You did homework on a certain offensive lineman, Carm.
So I'm doing the deep dive on Joe Alt because I'm getting more excited about the Bears perhaps drafting somebody that in this position that they would have a really hard time coming up to get, because we all know the Bears are going to be a 10-win team plus next year, be a playoff team, and we'll never see the top 10. So, you know, guys like Joe Alt, they go in the top 10. He may be there at 9, although I doubt it. But if he is, this is where this spawned from. Now, do you know who his dad is?
Joe Alt.
Joe Alt's dad is John Alt.
Played at Iowa.
Correct. John Alt. 6'8" of John Alt. A big dude. Kansas City Chief from 84 to 96, Hogue.
Yeah. John Alt was such a big-time player. He got his own key on the keyboard.
Sure. First-round pick, 21 overall, born in Germany. Now,
Germany.
You said Iowa, okay?
Go Hawks.
He was a tight end his first 2 years. Now, how this is going to tie into Joe? He was the first, and then he moved over. Then he got to the NFL. Then he was a 2-time Pro Bowler. Now, Bear tie-in, John Alt from 84. John Alt played 179 games in his NFL career. Also in the 84 draft, 179 games. The great Wilber Marshall. There's your Bear tie-in. That is tied for the 18th most in the 84 class. Wilber, of course, Super Bowl champion. Alt, by the way, decent durability. 6 of his 13 seasons, played all 16 games. 13-year career, 2 Pro Bowlers, 149 starts. Now, all right, as we move along from John to Joe. John was Joe's coach in high school at Totino Grace High School up as the assistant O-line coach, all right?
Okay. Good
now,
coach.
Joe Alt, you might not know this, Hogue, but he had a huge growth spurt in high school. He started out high school as a skinny 6-foot-inch dude who was the quarterback, all right? He moved.
Are you saying he wasn't born 6'7"?
He was not born 6'7", but most people, they have their growth spurts, you know, a little bit earlier than that. Quarterback as a freshman, inside linebacker, and then switched to tight end as a junior, okay? And then ultimately he ends up on the offensive line as he grows from 6 to 6'7". Yeah. He was a 3-star recruit. This was not somebody that was, you know, your
destined.
Your destined dude, exactly, okay?
By the way, 3 stars still really good.
Yeah, it's a good, but sure.
It's got some stars.
So how did he do this? John had Joe training 4 times per week as an offensive tackle, working on his skills, working on his footwork, working on his pass blocking as he got him ready for Notre Dame. Now, he had scholarship offers from Iowa State and Kansas State and Northwestern and Missouri and Rutgers, so he chose the Irish, which makes me not like him, but that's okay. No problem.
Cole Kmet likes him.
Both Iowa and Northwestern wanted him. All right? Now, landing the plane for you out there, whoever just said land the plane. The plane is this. He soared. There's the plane. He soared at Notre Dame as he felt more and more comfortable with his 6'7" frame as he got better and better. And this is a guy that's coming out of his junior year. And, I mean, I think when you consider the bloodlines, when you consider the growth pattern, when you consider the work ethic, when you consider everything, when you consider that Alt's aunts, uncle, and cousin all went to Notre Dame and he followed in their footsteps because he's got a big heart and history, Joe Alt could be the guy.
By the way, he's 6'9". I think I put 6'7" in your head, so I apologize.
No, he spurted from 6 to 6'7", and now he's 6'9". I should have mentioned that.
He's gigantic.
He's a gigantic man.
And athletic.
Well, honestly, if we're being fair, he's almost too tall. Like at some point, you also need leverage and be able to get low when these really
defensive ends are trying to bend around.
Right, when these really skilled defensive ends can get around you. Like think about Robert Quinn a few years ago in his awesome season with the Bears, how he was like literally somehow running on the sides of his ankles with how low he was getting. So at some point, you actually could be too tall. Now, I think Joe Alt's a really good player. I'm not going to hold that against him, his height. But, yeah, he's You don't see many 6'9" left tackles for a reason.
No.
That's the reason.
Yeah.
But more so, you see him nowadays. Anyway, but he's it's fair. It's a fair call out. And one of the things that we didn't mention as we can move on now, but his brother Mark Alt is in the NHL, and he was a 2010 draft pick in Carolina, and he's now a great defenseman for the LA Kings.
Genes, man. The athletic genes.
I mean, the family is insane.
Good to be an alt.
It's good to be an alt. You be diving into a rich bloodline. 13 years in the NFL, brother in the NHL. There it is.
Okay.
We all silly like the mayor.